Welcome to Moments with Marianne. Allow me to interrupt your train of thought with something that may be one of the most interesting things you hear today. This is Marianne Pastana, and our special guest today is Brad Meltzer, who's here to share with us his highly anticipated thriller, The Lightning Rod. Now, many of you know Brad. He's the #1 New York Times bestselling author of 12 thrillers, including The Inner Circle, The Book of Fate, and The Escape Artist, with over more than 11 million copies sold. He's also the host of the television show Brad Meltzer's Lost History and Brad Meltzer's Decoded on the History Channel. In addition, Brad is the author of the blockbuster children's history book series Ordinary People Change the World, and several PBS children TV shows based on his books with over 28 million viewers. He was recently nominated for multiple Emmys and TCA awards. So let's welcome to the show, Brad Meltzer.
Good to be back. Thank you so much.
Oh my goodness, it's always such an honor to spend time with you and to talk about your new book. I'm so excited. So what inspired you to write this?
Everyone's like, oh, you're Brad Meltzer, you're the kids' book author. You're Brad Meltzer, you have the TV show. I was like, I got my start writing thrillers, and I always started writing my thrillers based on things that scared me. So, Marianne, I started this thriller with one of my great fears, which is handing my car keys over to a valet. And that's what happens in the opening scene. The valet takes the car keys, gets in the car, but instead of parking the car, he hits the GPS button on the car, says the words, "Go home." And now he's driving to your house with your car keys and your house keys because this is a robbery. And when the valet gets to the house of this main character, he walks in, there's a man with a gun waiting who he quickly realizes this is not a robbery. This is a trap. And I just ruined chapter 1 of The Lightning Rod. But what The Lightning Rod asks, and when a body starts turning up, is you see that it quickly leads to one of the government's most closely guarded secrets. And that's what The Lightning Rod asks, which is, what's the one secret about you no one knows?
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you for sharing that. There's a lot more that goes into that chapter that makes it so intriguing. And I got to tell you, after hearing that, I'm never giving my car keys to anybody again. So,
and next time you do go give your car keys, you're going to be thinking of me, I promise.
Oh, I will. I'll have a tracker in my car. Are you kidding? Where do you come up with these ideas? I know you say you based off of something that scares you, but I mean, my goodness, this is something that I think that's really out of the box. Most people would never even think of this.
Well, for me, it's always research. And so for this book, I found, I've done the secret tunnels below the White House. I've done the catacombs below the U.S. Capitol. For this book, I found out that the government has a dozen secret warehouses hidden all across the country called the Strategic National Stockpile. And those warehouses are used to deal with bioterrorism threats, whether it's Zika or anthrax or smallpox. They have antidotes. They even have antidotes with cobra venom, whatever that does. And these are the places where if there's a disaster, that within 4 hours, they can have the antidotes there. So if you live in New York, we got it there. If you live in the Pacific Northwest, it's there. In Texas, we'll get you there. And I'm like, you're telling me the government has 12 secret warehouses all around the country and no one knows what's in them? I want to go inside there. And what you see when you're reading The Lightning Rod, I know it's a fictional thriller designed to make you turn the pages, but when you get to those final scenes and you go into the warehouse, what you see inside that warehouse, I didn't make up. It's all based on the real stuff that's really in there. And I won't ruin the ending, but it's just so much fun to see.
Oh my gosh. I just loved your book from beginning to end. It is a page turner. I couldn't even put it down once I started. And, it's interesting because you do so much research for your books. And was there anything in your research that kind of surprised you? And I know we don't want to give away too much.
One of the things that I talked to one of these, my sources used to work in one of the big acronym agencies in the government. And I said, how do you send secret messages back and forth? And they explained to me, listen, you may have Signal, you may have WhatsApp, but even encryption, someone can crack it once you hit send. It's just available to be cracked. They explained to me, this is what you should do. If they get a Hotmail account, you're going to write a letter to Marianne, an email, but don't hit send. Just hit save draft. And then you're going to give Marianne the login to your Hotmail account. Now you go into my account, you open up the saved draft, you read what I wrote, you delete what I wrote, you write back to me. You also don't hit send, you hit save draft. And then I go back in. And now you and I are having a full conversation without ever sending anything to anyone. It's untraceable. Until General Petraeus, the head of the CIA, used that wonderful secret, which is in my book, to cheat on his wife. And they caught him. And I called my guy and I was like, I need something better than that. Like, what do you got? And so the secret that you see in the lightning rod, the thing that they're using is the next guess after that. And so I love using these real details because I know it's fiction and it's a thriller and you're reading these characters, Zig and Nola, and you're turning the pages, find out who the murderer is. But I also love when you're reading a murder mystery and a thriller and you're finding out real information that seems really cool. I love that when I'm reading.
Oh my gosh, I love that too. It's just so amazing. Well, Brad, I really appreciate you stopping by and spending time with us to talk about the lightning rod. Where can our listeners connect with you and be part of your community?
So you can find me, of course, at bradmeltzer.com, but on social media, I'm at Brad Meltzer on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, anywhere you go, even YouTube. And you can read chapter 1 of the book of the lightning rod or any of the other books and our kids' books. They're all there for free to read those opening chapters because hopefully we'll give you the first one, you know where to come for the rest. It's like drug dealing, but with books.
Well, Brad, thanks so much for taking the time to be on the show with us here today.
Always good to be back. And let me just say thank you for supporting me, whatever genre we play in, especially with this new thriller, The Lightning Rod.
Well, thank you, Brad. It has always been such a joy to spend time with you and talk about your new work. Again, if you'd like to connect with Brad, you can at bradmeltzer.com for more information. The Lightning Rod is available at Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and all indie retailers. And remember to support our indie bookstores by buying The Lightning Rod there. Make sure to visit Brad's website at bradmeltzer.com for more information. There you'll find a book for the entire family, from his children's books to his thrillers. Well, we're at the end of our time today. I would like to thank everyone for tuning in. You've been listening to Moments with Marianne, where we make every moment count.
In a single moment, your life can change. Moments with Marianne is a transformative hour that covers an endless array of topics with the best of the best. Her guests are leaders in their fields, ranging from inspirational authors, top industry leaders, and business and spiritual entrepreneurs. Each guest is gifted and a true visionary. A recognized leader in her own work, and while teaching others to develop, refocus, and grow, Marianne will bring the best guest and sometimes a special surprise. Don't miss this. You never know just which moment will change your life forever. Make sure to tune in and visit momentswithmarianne.com for more information.